You just caught on. And you don't let nobody convince you that you're crazy just because you caught on, whether you caught on to them or you caught on to yourself, your true worth. The reason why I say that is because, first off, I ain't even really working like that. I'm on vacation, I'm chilling. But I saw a DM come in from a sister, and she asked me to clarify whether or not she was crazy because she's been with a guy a couple of years. Whenever she first met him, she was on one type of time, she was with whatever, but over the years she started to kind of grow, see things differently, and she's holding her man accountable, but now he's kind of retaliating with, you crazy, you tripping, you going insane. And here's the thing about when a man starts doing that. I'm not saying it's impossible for a woman to be crazy. You may literally need some mental health help from a professional or whatever. But when a man takes that approach initially, instead of saying, hey, how can I validate you emotionally? How can we come to a common ground? How can I be open-minded to what it is that you're saying and feeling and things like that? When he goes straight to you tripping, you crazy, I promise you, you're not actually crazy. You just caught on to what he was doing. You caught on to yourself. You caught on to your self-worth. And a lot of people would try to immediately go over to, oh, he's a narcissist. He's a manipulator. He's some type of bad guy. He's some type of monster. And the reason why I want to clarify this is because I don't want you to immediately say, well, he does this, he's a narc. If he doesn't do this, he's not a narc, so I'm safe. The more you understand about why a guy's going to take that route, the more you can protect yourself. The first reason why a guy's going to call you crazy is because mentally he's an adolescent. Think about it. All you out there that got children, if you got a little teenage boy, you got a little 13-year-old, 14, 15-year-old, y'all know what I'm talking about. Maybe you ain't even got no kids. Maybe you grew up with an older brother or younger brother that was 13, 14, or 15. What happened whenever you saw his mama, y'all mama said, clean up this room or else you ain't going out. Clean up this room or you're not getting allowance. Do your chores or whatever or else you're not getting what you thought you was going to get for Christmas. What'd he do? He probably went straight at her. Oh, you crazy, Mom. You tripping, Mom. Oh, you wilding out, Mom. You're not being a good mother. Basically, he made it a projection onto her and the type of woman that she was because she was holding him to a certain standard and was enforcing consequences for his behavior. Now, here's the thing. That's natural. We all done been there. Every one of us, right? But when a man does not grow beyond that mental adolescent stage of his life, mentally, he becomes a mental 15-year-old in a 35, 45, 55-year-old body. Now he's meeting you and he's doing the same thing to you that he was doing to his mama. Now whenever you're saying, hey, you know what, I need you to pick up after yourself. Oh, you tripping. Hey, I need you to regard me better in the way that you communicate with other women, in the way that you are operating whenever we go out or whatever, whenever you want to go to a strip club or something like that. Oh, you tripping, you crazy. That's a mental adolescent at work. He may not be thinking he's manipulative. He may not be trying to, power control or anything like that. But mentally, he has not grown up. And now you're trying to basically raise him up whenever that was his mama's job. Now, the second reason why a guy's going to pull that whole, oh, you crazy card is because, like I said, with the sister in this example, you are not who you used to be, but he's still who he's always been. He got comfortable disrespecting you, disregarding you. And now that you've come up to a different level of yourself, now you started to love yourself. Now you started to develop more confidence. Now you developed your ability to communicate. Now that you've done that, oh, you crazy. And that's because his normal was set upon what you used to be on. And let me say this, it may be partially your fault why he got comfortable to begin with. If you weren't communicating, you weren't confident to speak up and say, hey, this is what I need from you in order to be properly loved, that part is on you. However, don't let the fact that that part may be on you stop you from getting what the current version of you needs in order to be fulfilled in a relationship. Regardless, if it's going to make somebody uncomfortable in order to love you properly, make them uncomfortable. It's better for them to be in discomfort, loving you properly, than for them to be complacent, running all over you, ignoring your needs, ignoring your well-being. It's kind of like if you got a house, the carpet is messed up, everything's messed up, but you just decide to invest in that house, renovate the place, get new carpet, marble floors, all of that stuff, right? And now when somebody comes in your house, you say, hold on, wait. You got to put your shoes at the door. You need to wipe your feet before you come. You can't just come inside with your outside clothes or whatever and do my house any kind of way. You already know somebody who's used to coming in your house and tracking dirt all over the floor is going to call you names. But that's your new carpet. You just put an investment. You just made an investment in new carpet, new floor. They can't do this new carpet the way that they did the old flooring, right? Because you put the work in. And the same thing goes whenever you decide, hey, I'm going to put in new carpet. I'm going to renovate my mind, my heart, even mid-relationship. I'm going to love myself better. I'm going to operate with a different standard, as you're supposed to. We're all supposed to be works in progress, right? Well, somebody come in saying, hey, I still want to be able to talk to you any type of way, do you any type of way, not make time for you, not regard you, not include you in decision making like they used to, you have every right to say no. If I've leveled up the standard for myself, I'm dang sure going to level up the standard that you have to meet in order to love me and experience me. Or else you need to go experience somebody else who's still on the same type of time that you on now, but I'm not. So yeah, you're going to get called crazy. You know how when guys be like, oh yeah, what you bring to the table? Some of y'all, if we being real ladies, y'all bring a lot of insecurity to the table, a lot of self-unawareness to the table in the beginning. And then the man get comfortable, he get full off that. And then whenever you decide, I got something else to bring to the table now, I'm a different woman. Whether you're listening to my videos, God just to open your eyes, you listen to somebody else's videos or books or whatever, and now you done upgraded your whole value system to upgrade it. Now you shaking the table, and he calling you shake the table. If that's the reason why you shaking the table and making things uncomfortable, do it. Now the third reason why a guy's gonna call you crazy, pull that whole you tripping or you whatever, is because yes, even if he's not a narcissist, he's being narcissistic in his manipulation. But let me be very clear. Rarely is a guy going to do that kind of manipulative move just for one benefit in the moment. Typically, a guy is working a plan. He's gaslighting you for a long-term benefit to himself, a long-term destruction and damage to your self-worth. It's not just so he can get over and get something out that situation and, get away with it without responsibility. It's because of this. When a guy gaslights you, which is basically a man eroding your sense of reality and your ability to discern what's real from what's not, based on how you feel, based on how you see things. When a man does that, he typically is going to do it in a place where he has emotional authority. Like where you're so in love with him, he can do no wrong. Y'all know how it is whenever a man just got you wrapped around his finger. You love him so much, you dang near love him more than you love yourself. That's when he has that emotional authority. What emotional authority is, or some type of vulnerability on your part that gives him proximity to you, is it allows him to excavate your common sense, your value system, your discernment, even your women's intuition. It allows him to replace that with his manipulative viewpoint that he wants you to see life through. And the long-term benefit to him is, eventually, it's going to go from him gaslighting you to you gaslighting yourself. Now, after some time of doing that, this man that's just holier than thou, he's on this pedestal, you can do no wrong. He's telling you that you're tripping for saying, hey, I'm uncomfortable with the way that you're handling things, the way you handle me. He says that, no, that situation didn't happen like that. I pissed on your leg, but it was raining. Figure of speech. And now, after a while, he don't have to do it no more. Now, you'll do it to yourself. Now, before you even bring something to him and say, hey, look, I'm uncomfortable, you start working into your mind like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the problem. And the whole time you're not the problem. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm wanting too much. Maybe I need to stop watching these videos, and maybe I need to stop reading these books. Maybe I need to get rid of my friends and family members who care about me. Maybe they're the problem. You'll start basically become an echo. Your inner voice will become an echo of his voice. Whereas when you came into the relationship, you wasn't on that. And this is the situation a lot of women end up in. You got so much competence and understanding when it comes to everything else, right? Your work, your career, your body may be on point, everything else, all your goals, you get to achieve them. You're dominant, you're strong, you're intelligent. But when it comes to a man, you seem to be kind of dumb, right? That's because that man misused his emotional authority. He abused it. He got to that place where he could do no wrong, and he used that as the way to show you, or at least try to teach you and ingrain in you, that you're always wrong. And the way that you avoid all of this, man calling you crazy for any illegitimate reason, is get to a man who's on the other side of that phase of his life, where he's going straight to that as a way to avoid accountability or to avoid growth. Or to not embrace a woman who's being properly loved from the inside out and coming along for that ride, because now you on a new level. Shoot, if he's smart, he comes along that level with you. Or a man who has not done the healing within himself, so he's still in this narcissistic capacity where he's ruining other people just to try to sustain himself. By any means necessary, damaging whoever in order for him to feel good. The only way that you can combat this, the only way that you can resist this, is to get a man who's already evolved past this stage. Because a lot of y'all have done the work, a lot of y'all are listening and reading books, you're raising your competence, but the application ain't raising with it. And you feel like, well, it's because I'm not running into these evolved men that you talk about. I'm not running into these good men. Where are they at? The thing is, a lot of y'all don't know how to position yourselves for an evolved man. I'm gonna just keep it all the way real. This is the reason why I did the free masterclass that I did. Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. If you have not gotten access to that masterclass, click the link that you see pinned down here. Click that link, get access to the masterclass. Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. It's absolutely free. Typically, I charge a lot of money for this stuff, but I made this one free because I want y'all to get the information. You ain't gotta pay me nothing. Click the link, get access before it comes down to Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You, where you learn how to position yourself, where you learn how to use your authenticity to connect with truly evolved men. Whenever you meet one, when you learn how to discern who's real from who's fake when it comes to evolved men. But moral of the story is this: don't let nobody convince you that you're crazy because you caught on. Whether it's to their BS or whether it's to who God designed you to be as a woman. And now you see things different. Now you moving different. Now you moving with intention. Now you got less patience and tolerance for stuff that should have been done with and over with long before you even came into this man's picture. Don't let nobody convince you that you're crazy. You ain't crazy. You just caught on. But y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Share this live chat if you got anything valuable from it for somebody else to benefit from it as well. And do get access before this masterclass comes down because it is free. That means it's a lot of people going to fill this up and there's a limited capacity. Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. Down at the link in the caption. All right? Holla at y'all later. Y'all be